We begin at 10 with breaking news out of Southeast D.C. A 16-year-old boy shot and killed tonight. You're watching D.C. News Now. I'm Chris Flanagan.
And I'm Susan Tran. In addition to that teen boy, a man was also hurt in this shooting. It happened right next to the Rocket Ship Rise Charter School. D.C. News Now's Mariel Carbone has the latest from the scene.
Chris, police canvassing this area for hours after that shooting. I can tell you there were shell casings in front of the apartment buildings behind us here. This area, it is residential with an elementary school right nearby. Now, police say they responded to Langston Place Southeast after a report of gunshots. That was around 4:30. Now, when they got here, they were met by a man suffering from a gunshot wound, and while helping him, more shots were fired. That is when police later found that teen, a 16-year-old boy, shot. Now, both victims, they were taken to the hospital where police say that teen later died.
We're in the early stages of the investigation. We need the community's help. We're asking anyone with any information to please reach out to us at 202-727-9099.
And police do have a lookout out for a suspect in this case, a black male, all black clothing with white writing on the back. He was seen running from the street here. And Chris and Susan, this area, it is no stranger to gun violence. Just last summer, June of 2023, 2 other teenagers were shot and killed out here. DeMarcos Pinckney and Kevin Mason, both of those homicides remain unsolved. Reporting in Southeast tonight, I'm Mariel Carbone, DC News Now.
Well, tonight, a D.C. family desperate for answers. It's been 1 year since 25-year-old China Crawford was last seen on Capitol Street Southwest. Since then, a woman, LaShawn Washington, has been charged with her kidnapping and murder. China's body has never been recovered. Family and friends tonight holding a candlelight vigil remembering China. They're also calling on anyone with information to come forward.
1 year, that's a lot. We have dealt with a lot of stress, a lot of depressed, sleepless nights. It's like we really can't move on at all.
We just want to know where's China. That's it. That's all. Any information that you could possibly have that will help us, we would gladly listen.
Well, family says LaShawn Washington was an acquaintance of China's. She's being held without bond and is set to go to trial next October. Anyone with information is asked to contact police.
New tonight in Maryland, Montgomery County Police have arrested 8 people accused in a whole string of break-ins, and investigators say they were an organized Romanian crime group. They say last night officers spotted the suspects' cars near a home that had been broken into several times in recent weeks. They tracked the group as they went to another home in Clarksburg, then to a Wawa store where police finally were able to arrest the crew. They're facing multiple degrees of burglary-related crimes.
All new tonight, more fallout for And Pizza after it created a controversial dessert referencing late D.C. Mayor Marion Barry and its cocaine use. Protesters gathering outside the store's U Street location, you can see here, despite an apology from that company's CEO. And Pizza sparked outrage after promoting Marion Barry Knott's, a dessert covered in powdered sugar. The pizza chain pulled them off the menu after receiving intense backlash from activists and community members.
All right, it is a Friday night. Let's just call it, we're almost there Saturday.
We can almost touch it, right? Almost touch it.
It's there.
And we're going to touch a lot of sunshine as well, aren't we?
Yeah, this streak is going to continue. I mean, people talking about it because they want to plan for this upcoming weekend, and then you have Halloween on Thursday. And so back-to-back goodness here with all this sunshine and clearing across the entire region. So if you're headed to Maryland tomorrow, there's not a big temperature swing or difference in the sky cover. It's beautiful out there right now, but quite chilly. So I would have a sweater, coat on going into tomorrow morning as well. The reason being, we have a front that is going to move in from west to east, and blustery winds are going to be picking up once again, right? That brings a feel-like temperature down quite a bit overnight into tomorrow morning, but then we're going to skyrocket back into the 70s, 62, partly cloudy right now. Really, winds still coming out of the south, and so if you're going to do brunch tomorrow around 11 to about that 1, 3 o'clock hour, we will see temperatures into the 60s. We have minor concerns coming from the National Weather Service, where fire and smoke danger is very high for your Saturday because of the wind flow. We have multiple wildfires burning out towards Prince George's County into Anne Arundel County as well. And so we want to make sure that people are super careful if you're going to be doing camping this weekend. It is extremely dry across the DMV. More sunshine, but cooler temperatures going into your Sunday. I have that forecast. It's coming up.
We head over to Northern Virginia now, where a confessed gang member arrested in a double murder from 2 months ago. He's now charged with one of those killings in Sterling. DC News Now's Max Marcilla has the latest on the investigation.
The arrest sends a strong message that violence in Loudoun County will not be tolerated.
At a Friday news conference, Loudoun County Sheriff Mike Chapman announcing a major arrest. 18-year-old Marlene Medrano Ortiz, who Chapman says self-identified as an MS-13 gang member, is charged with second-degree murder and a double homicide that happened in late August. It left 22-year-olds Mijal Conero Romero and Diego Alexander Willette dead. It was nearly 2 months ago, right here in this Sterling parking lot, where detectives were gathering evidence, trying to piece together exactly what happened. Now, Sheriff Chapman and Commonwealth's Attorney Anderson say they do know what happened and that will come out in court. But as for what they told us today, well, all they said was it was an altercation that led up to the double killings. We don't know what started it, we don't know what escalated it, and we don't know if the two parties knew each other.
The motive behind the murder that we just made the arrest for, we're still working on that. We have to, it's an ongoing investigation. There's very little that we can say.
Another question unanswered. Why Medrano Ortiz is only charged with one count of second-degree murder when this has been investigated as a double homicide. Chapman says the charge is connected to Conero Romero's death and more charges could be coming.
At this point in time, that's what he is charged with. That may change before we go forward with the preliminary hearing.
This is an ongoing investigation, as I mentioned. There were potentially others involved. We're still looking into all those aspects of it as we go.
Medrano Ortiz was arrested in Alexandria on Wednesday. Meanwhile, Chapman using this Friday press conference to highlight concerns with MS-13.
It seems to me as though they're starting to pick up again, and that's what really concerns me.
Reporting in Loudoun County, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
Will he or won't he play Sunday? That is the million-dollar question swirling around Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels. The rookie phenom is nursing a rib injury. Now, he practiced with the team today for the first time this week. Daniels says he wants to play against the Bears, but the decision, it's not really up to him. Head coach Dan Quinn is waiting to see how Daniels' body responds to being back on the field.
Pushed it today, and playing quarterback, the movements, the skills, and also specific to the game plan, you know, going through the whole thing, you know, all parts of the field. So we're really following that process, and we'll let our eyes, you know, decide how he responds over the next 48 hours. That'll guide us.
All right, the Commanders host D.C. native Caleb Williams, the #1 pick in the draft, and the Bears Sunday at 4:25 at Northwest Stadium. A lot of eyes on that game. Should be fun.
Yeah, and here's a team that knows a little bit about winning. A Western Maryland cheer squad really pumped about an upcoming competition next week. The spirit is high for the Frederick County team.
Yeah, it certainly is. DC News Now's Frederick County reporter Skylar Salas caught up with the reigning state champions. She shows us how the Linganore Lancers are feeling ahead of the big day.
6, 7, 8. It's the final countdown until the Linganore High School cheerleaders compete in the fall cheerleading competition next week. And as competition day draws closer, the team is spending as much time as they can to perfect their routine.
As you watch their routine, like every bit and piece of it, they'll be judged on their stunts, the difficulty of them, the technique of them, pyramid, same thing, dance, cheer, and overall tumbling, and just their technique and difficulty of the whole entire routine.
Despite what they call a rough season, the Lancers say they look forward to showing a routine that is more classic but will get the crowd excited.
Oh, absolutely.
It is probably one of the most fun routines that we've had. We decided to go old school. It was something that Amy's wanted to do. So it's really fun. We get the crowd into it a lot.
Co-captains Morgan Branch and Danny Beal say they feel confident that their team will be able to deliver on their routine while also maintaining their reigning state champion title.
I'm feeling good. I feel like we've had a lot of different changes, which is like good for us. We did advance our routine, and I'm very excited to go and compete against other advanced teams.
I'm excited to compete our updated routine and see the other competition.
But as they work out those minor details of their routine, Rumburge just hopes her girls have fun during competition.
I just want them to go out and just give it their all, do the very best that they can with the circumstances that they have. They're a very talented group, and we know that they're going to do what they need to do to make that happen.
The competition will be held at TJ High School starting at 6 p.m. Reporting in Frederick County, Maryland, Skylar Salas, DC News Now.